So, for everyone who doesn't know, this is Gab. Gab, introduce yourself.
What? Hi.
This is Gab. Gab and I do a podcast called The Secret Treehouse sometimes, but in our downtime, we're both college students, and when Gab has the time to hang out with me, sometimes she and our podcast cover artist, Stess, comes along with me to do story quests on a game called Genshin Impact. I usually don't advertise that I play Genshin Impact or know more about Genshin Impact than I should, but in this one instance, Gab asked me if we could do a video together where she guesses what the deal is per Genshin character that I provide her. And instead of just showing her a roster full of characters and making her guess what their vibe is, I made a game show. Welcome to Gab Guesses Genshin. The rules of this game are pretty simple. It seems complicated because I made this like in the middle of the night, 3 nights in a row, so like grain of salt. So the way Gab Guesses Genshin works is there are 4 categories, and in those 4 categories, Gab has to get 8 correct answers. That is 2 correct answers per character. If she instead gets 2 incorrect answers per character, she gets to redeem a redemption question. A redemption question, if answered correctly, will nullify all of the incorrect answers from before. So only the correct answers from that category will be counted. If Gab redeems 8 questions, she has to do a nullifier round, or else she'll lose. It's the ultimate loss. Here's the prize. If Gab gets more correct answers than incorrect ones, she gets to make me read a fanfic of her choice out loud, record it into like a podfic, and upload it on my YouTube channel. If she gets more wrong answers than correct ones, I will get to make her draw a Genshin ship of my choice. I don't like choosing, so I spun a wheel. Here's the one that Gab is supposed to draw. And of course, if she obtains the ultimate loss, the punishment for that is that Gab has to draw my Genshin logo of choice, and she has to use that image as her profile picture for an entire month. So yeah, that's Gab Guesses Genshin. Welcome to the game show. Currently, there are 7 in-game elements.
I'm saying there's 7. I need to take notes.
No, I have a reference. Per element, there is a corresponding god and the corresponding nation, all that stuff.
Oh, so it's like the boons in Hades.
Yeah, basically.
What is the purple one?
It's Electro.
Pyro, that's where Klee is.
Yes, Pyro, Klee. Pyromania. Makes sense. For Pyro, it's the Archon of War or something, but like the idea between Pyro characters is always like whether or not the reason that they're fighting for something is reasonable or not. You know how like Athena and Ares are like both technically war gods, but they don't hold the same thing? That's kind of the same thing. All of the Pyro characters are technically fighting for something. Hydro characters, it's kind of poetic, mostly because they're all like kind of pretentious characters.
Okay.
They're all rich, okay? So all Hydro characters are rich. The idea is, since it's water, they're always supposed to be like taking some sort of shape within a container. Fontaine and like the Archon of Hydro basically is like, they basically have like a box they have to fit into, but they will find creative ways to commit to what they think is just within that box. Anemo is supposed to be the element. Yeah, exactly. Anemo is supposed to be the element of freedom, but there is like some certain constraints to freedom. Is if you have too much freedom, you're directionless, basically. And if you have not enough...
Freedom is a length of rope. God wants you to hang yourself with it.
Good God. Thanks, Gab. Very lighthearted for a game show. So the idea behind Anemo, basically, like all of the Anemo characters will experience a certain sense of loss at some point.
Oh.
And the idea is, after they've experienced that loss, will they continue to be directionless, or will they use that freedom to do something that they want? Electro is basically eternity versus transience. I've explained this to you at some point.
Yes.
Yeah, so moments that last forever is a commonality between all Electro characters. Dendro is the most recent element that has been implemented in the game. The thing with Dendro is confusing. It's like creativity within rationality. I'll tell you the story of how Tignari got his vision at some point.
Didn't he eat a mushroom?
No. No, that was just his character trailer. That was actually hilarious.
Oh, okay. So he was just eating mushrooms for fun.
It's for science, all right?
You don't
Creativity in the pursuit of knowledge or something like that.
Mushroom poisoning.
Of course. he just got high. Don't.
He could have died.
But he didn't. Look on the bright side, Gab. So Cryo is a little complicated because the god of Cryo is kind of, her element is supposed to represent love.
Okay.
So the way I interpret it, when you feel like an overwhelming sense of yearning.
Oh.
Yeah, an overwhelming sense of yearning for something. It doesn't matter if you have achieved what it is at the end of that yearning, but like the presence of that overwhelming yearning is the reason why you got your vision in the first place. Man, Kaya. Anyway, I'm not gonna cry. Okay, Geo is a little weird. They're the land of contracts. It's kind of it's kind of capitalistic. Zhongli is known as the CEO of Geo, but their ideal is basically pride in excellence, kind of. They're very proud people.
They're perfectionists?
Well, no, it's not that they're perfectionists per se. It's that they're really good at what they know how to do, and they're so good at it that they're like to the point of arrogance almost.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's that. So this will be important, so I will have a guide up. There it is. There it is. That's my guide.
Yeah.
Have you taken the picture?
Yes, I have taken the picture.
Okay, good. You've got the picture. The picture is yours.
I've got
So, our first character, technically first character, just the one, are the travelers.
Mm-hmm.
So, the travelers are not from this world, I've told you this. 500 years before the game starts, after waking up the traveler, your character, the traveler from a deep sleep, both of these twins attempt to leave this world, only to be barred from exit. There's the whole thing about it. The ensuing struggle to escape separates them, and 500 years later, they are not mortal. 500 years later, the traveler, your character, wakes up again and starts scouring the nation to ask about where your twin is, basically. So our travelers' names are Ether and Lumine. They don't have a specific element. You can change your element within the game, but they don't have a specific element. They are not from here. There they are.
I feel like one of them is like from a cold region and one of them is from like a sandy region.
They're technically star people. That's the running theory, at least. This motif will come up a lot in some characters. This is important. I'll point that out later again.
So these are like the main characters in the game.
Yes, you can choose only one of them.
Why can't you choose both?
Because the story hinges on you trying to find the other.
Does the story change based on like which character you choose?
Not really. That's the thing with the game, is that they give you like dialogue choices, but they don't really progress or give you any other branching options.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
So
that's what's different about like that versus like Cyberpunk. Because if you choose like a certain character in Cyberpunk, your choices are locked to like a certain like path, and it's different if you choose a different character. Okay.
Are in-game characters able to call both of them by their names in the game?
No. Because I don't remember. I remember you. Wait, like, are we able to call them by their name?
Yeah, these names. Yes.
I don't think so, because I just hear traveler.
Good, because that is the correct answer. No.
Yes!
You cannot...
No, because I've only heard you refer to them, but I don't think I've heard the names other than you referring to them. Yes!
Exactly, yes. Good job. I told you these questions are easy. You can only call one of the twins by their real name in the game, by the way. Whichever traveler you choose. For example, just for brief example here, if you chose Ether, you will be called by... you will be able to call their respective twin by their name, Lumine. And no one will ever address you as Ether or Lumine in the game. Not even Paimon will call you Ether or Lumine.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. That's why I was like, this Paimon in the tiny little voice just goes, hey, traveler!
Yeah. Which twin is taller? These are not up to scale, by the way.
Which twin is taller?
Just vibe-wise, looking at both of them.
I feel like Ether.
That's correct, yes. Ether is the taller twin. So you can now move on to the next category.
Yay!
Thank God. There are 2 other questions I'll show you off camera. It'll be fun. So our next character is the man, the myth, the legend, Kaya Alvarez. Pirate guy! So, Kaya Alvarez, the cavalry captain of the Knights of Favonius, without a horse, by the way, previously adopted son of the richest family in Mondstadt, the Ragnavinders. Everything changed when the Fatui corrupted a dragon.
Honestly, out of all the characters I've seen you play, Kaya is my favorite.
Of
Just
course.
Vibes alone.
You and Stess
What do you mean, of course?
You and Stess
Why?
both, actually. When
What
I
do you
have
mean?
Kaya out, like, both of you, like, just try and, like, say his voice lines for some reason. When he says, cool it. Like, 5 seconds later, Gab goes, cool it. It's so cute. Alright. Everything changed when the Fatui corrupted a dragon. A dragon is involved in his backstory, Gab. This is important. Okay?
Wow.
The Fatui corrupted a dragon that ultimately killed his adoptive dad, Creepus.
Oh no!
And it launched a divide between him and his brother Diluc. There's a lot in that backstory that I can't tell you right now, but you can ask questions.
Is he older? Is he the older brother or is Diluc the older brother?
Diluc is. This is the most bullshit question.
Oh, no.
Why did I write this here? Alright. In the game, Kaya tells the story of how he got his eye patch. This little thing here, hidden by his hair anyway. A tale about a pirate out at sea who has slain 8-headed hydras and screeching banshees. His eye patch was inherited from his grandfather, he says. Is that true?
I don't think so.
Good, because it isn't. It was a lie he told Paimon.
骗子，喜欢说谎的坏人，骑士团的败类。
停，好了。
How did he
Come
get
up.
his eye patch?
Do
they tell you?
At the moment, it is hiding something under there.
Okay.
I can't answer that until you either get this next one correct or incorrect. So,
You know what? When I had green hair, people were telling me to cosplay Kai, and I was like, I don't know who that is.
it's him.
It's Pirate Guy!
It's Pirate Guy. Alright. Next question. Look at him very carefully, Gab. Just...
Okay.
Does Kaya have the title of top candidate for grandson-in-law?
Yes.
If you were a grandparent, would you consider this man? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. The elderly of Mondstadt love the living daylights out of this man.
Look at him.
They want to feed him so many food.
Look at him. He's kind of a mess. You just want to
Yes.
give him food.
Give him food. The Asian in you just activating. Please, someone feed this man. Alright. So, just to answer your earlier question, his eye patch is hiding a scar that was given to him by Diluc while they were fighting.
Oh shit!
Yeah. That was the same. Yeah, that was the same night he got his vision. By the way.
Oh my god. Oh,
So, considering what I told you about the the cryo vision holders, yeah. Our next character doesn't have a constellation. His name is Dainsleif, or Dane. So Dane is from a kingdom long dead.
Dane is okay. Why does he look like this is the guy who looks like Yuri from like Russian Yuri.
Thank you. Alright, so he's from a kingdom long dead and is cursed to forever wander Teyvat. He is one of the only people in Teyvat who has ever admitted to interacting with the Traveler's twin out loud.
Oh.
And he is often known to hunt down monsters of the Abyss and takes commissions specifically about the Abyss Order. There are lore reasons for that we shall not be getting into. So, do you have any other questions?
He kind of looks like an evil Howl Pendragon. Like Howl Pendragon if he was goth.
That is
like,
so
goth as
rude.
fuck.
Dane is actually just like some emo guy. He's just some emo guy that the Traveler picked up off the side of the road. It's actually
Is that not Howl Pendragon? I like his outfit though. This is a cool outfit.
Drip outfit. So true. So, our first question is, his name, Dainsleif, is based in Norse myth, as all things Conrian are for some reason. Dainsleif is a sword, not the Norse myth thing. It's a sword that, when drawn, cannot be sheathed again until it has drawn life. Kind of metal. Not gonna lie. Part of his name, just this first part, Dane, is also drawn from one of the 4 stags of Yggdrasil, Big Tree. If one of his statuses currently in the game is Bowkeeper, just something about trees, what used to be the other one? Just based on what he looks like. His other title, by the way, is called this is not the answer, but the other title is Twilight Sword, which is cute.
Oh. Okay. Bow.
He's from a kingdom.
Yeah, was he a knight?
There you go. Yes, to be exact, he was Knight Captain. He was the head of the royal guard for the Eclipse dynasty, which is now long dead.
Oh no.
Is Dainsleif the first Conrian character to be introduced in the game?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
Because isn't he like... Oh wait, isn't your sibling?
No, technically the travelers aren't from here. So see these four-pointed things here? These stars?
Yeah.
These show up in 2 other characters. One is, of course,
oh shit,
these 2.
Yeah.
These are Conrian garbs, technically. The other is this man, right here.
Guy.
Yeah. So,
So, no.
No, Dane is not actually the first character who is Conrian. That would be Kaya. Kaya came from Conrian.
Pirate guy.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yes, you mentioned that.
He is actually the first explicitly Conrian character, though. He actually talks about
That's
it.
tricky. Okay, that's tricky.
Kaya is kind of
a weirdo.
Yeah, he's kind of a weirdo, but he doesn't talk about Conria openly. You have to dig through his files for it. Our next character, you've seen me play with her for a while now. Our next main character here is the lead investigator of the Mondstadt chapter of the Adventurers Guild. She has a familiar named Oz, short for
Osvaldo von Hafnavines.
I think that's how it's supposed to be said. I don't know. It's short for Oz. She can see through his eyes, which is really cool. Fischl is the heir of the Imenachthrak's throne or something like that. She has, our weird little chunibyo, Fischl and Oz.
Which one? Oz is the bird.
Yes, this little guy.
Yes. I don't think he's little.
Oh.
This is a large bird.
Is she hiding anything under her eye patch? She has
have an eye patch?
This one right here.
I don't think so.
Good guess. Sheesh. No, that is a real functioning eye under that eyebrow.
Yeah, no, I think. Listen, I feel like she commits to her aesthetic. I'm looking at her and I'm like, it should be cool to run around in like this lingerie-esque outfit. But she's committing to the bit.
Committing to the bit. That's Fischl in a nutshell. Is Fischl real?
The woman was too stunned to speak.
Is Fischl real?
Is Fischl real? That is it's a question. It's not philosophical. Is Fischl real?
I think Oz is real. And Fischl might be a manifestation of Oz. I don't know.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, sure.
No. But you did answer the next question correctly, which means that you are moving past. Would you want to redeem a question here? Also, Fischl is a fictional character from a book called Flowers for Princess Fischl. Fischl the person. Her real name is Amy. She's an avid LARPer.
Oh, that's cute. Aww.
Yeah, so Oz is real. Oz is actually a figment of her imagination that came to life.
Oh,
quite
nice.
literally. He came about during her birthday, actually, because no one came to her birthday party.
No, that's so sad.
Yeah, she was 14.
It's like Adam and the Hellhound.
This might sound like a trick question, but since it's a redemption question, it might sound like it. What weapon does she wield?
A scythe?
There are 5 weapons available in this game. A sword, a bigger sword,
No, SJ, sorry. Did you just call a broadsword a bigger sword?
Yes, there's a bigger sword. It's called a claymore in the game. A bow, and a catalyst, which is just like mage stuff.
I feel like a catalyst.
That is incorrect.
Oh no!
She wields a bow. If you... I like how my notes say if Gab hadn't gotten this right, I would have laughed since I play Fischl religiously.
Oh right! Oh right. Well. No, yes. Now I'm remembering. It's the one with like the purple thingies when she shoots.
Yes. An astrologer from Fontaine, technically. Mona has the ability to divine certain pasts, presents, and futures. She's slightly clairvoyant. After a fatal mistake involving Klee's mom, a diary, and Klee herself, Mona has chosen to stay in Mondstadt for the time being. That is Mona Magistus.
It's Witch Girl.
Yes. So, what weapon does she wield?
I feel like a catalyst.
Good guess. She is a catalyst wielder. Is Mona a witch?
I don't think so.
Good. Okay. She's training to be an astrologist. I said this. She's an astrologer. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You can be a witch in this game, by the way.
Anathema device would be very disappointed in me.
Before we get to the halftime, so we can like go and pee, we have known to few as the animal archon of freedom and song, Barbados. Venti is a bard with a love for anything alcoholic or apple flavored. Yes. He's allergic to cats and sleeps in trees.
Cats?
And yes, cats. He's allergic to cats, sleeps in trees, and is friends with a dragon. He is also more than 2,600 years old. Look at this man. Does he seem like 20?
No, but this is the guy who like talks about murder.
No, that would be Child, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay.
If Venti would talk about murder, I'd be like, I'd just make him jump off a cliff. Is Venti's vision real? Right over here.
No.
Yep, it is a total fake. He doesn't need one. He is a spirit made entirely out of wind.
Yeah, there. I was about to say, isn't he like a spirit? I remember that. You told me about that.
Your information retention, I'm kind of impressed.
This is shocking news. Shocking. I'm shocked.
This is like when me and my mom played like Friends themed Trivial Pursuit, and I beat her at one game, and I was
Oh
like,
my god.
What?
His vision, by the way, this little fake little thing here can turn into a liar. He calls it der Frühling, which means
Oh my god.
spring, I think, which is really cute. Take a good look at Venti right now. Like, look into his soulless little eyes. His beady stare. Do people believe him when he tells them he's a god?
No.
Very easy question right there. Yeah, he tried to do that inside a church built in his name and legacy and was turned away. So,
Oh my god.
people
Just
will
like
not
Castiel being God.
truly living up to your icon right now, just like
Yeah,
Castiel. My god.
No, I have to bring it up. I have to bring it up at least once per thing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't feel complete, SJ.
So we have some context clues before we go into Liyue, because we've been we've done all of Mondstadt by now. The Adepti, if you don't know what they are, I guess. It's a very niche concept that I only learned about in this game, and then like found out that it's actually just a whole thing in Chinese pop culture, I guess. They are illuminated beasts or humans who have achieved immortality.
Oh yes, I have heard of these.
Yes.
But I didn't know that was the name.
So in the game, these characters are given their status of Adeptus by the Geo Archon. They have special abilities surpassing most Vision Bearers, are a little out of touch, I'm not gonna lie, and in-game are tasked to protect Liyue under contract with Morax, the Geo Archon. Contractual sila. Okay, so during an era in the game lore called the Archon War, there was a whole war about it. As I told you earlier, there are only 7 Archons within this game. They all rule over their own specific countries. But there are a lot of gods in this game. So there used to be way more gods than there are now. Then came the Archon War, where all of them kind of went through like a battle royale thing and just duked it out with each other. Of the original victors, I think the only ones who are still alive are Venti and Zhongli. So
Sorry,
yeah,
I like how you're just dropping the fact that Venti survived the battle royale.
Yes, he did. A little fun fact: he kind of terraformed Mondstadt the moment he became an Archon.
Hell? So wait, the last 2 gods are like the capitalist dude and the dude who who really likes alcohol?
Yep. They're the last 2 of the original victors of the Archon War. During the Archon War, gods were actively killing each other, and gods, as I've shown you in one of our playthroughs, cannot die unnaturally without considerable drawbacks to the environment or the creatures living within that environment.
The snake thing.
Yeah, the giant snake in Inazuma.
The giant snake.
Morax tasked a portion of the Adepti. He tasked them basically to make sure that the drawbacks can't harm human civilians within Liyue. And these specific Adepti are called Yaksha.
Oh no!
Yep.
Oh,
that's one of them. Of course, these drawbacks also affect Adepti. And also gods.
Oh, no, wait!
Yes.
Oh.
So many of the Yaksha are dead because they have gone mad or killed each other or died of grief or...
That's so upsetting!
I know. There was a huge thing about it. There's also the fact that there is a very real and spiritual effect within staying with those areas of, like, trying to clear them. Trying to purify them. I brought the Yaksha up because our upcoming little guy is Xiao.
Oh,
yeah.
This guy.
Yes. Xiao is a dutiful Yaksha who works towards keeping the Liyue safe from the effects of dead gods' posthumous wrath. He's been the only one since 500 years ago. The cutscene I showed you, that was one of the last ones, actually.
No.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
So, Xiao is a mighty warrior with the deepest, and I say this with the utmost just emphasis, the deepest soft side known to man.
Oh.
Liyue's resident emo. Call his name Adeptus Xiao.
I've seen fan art of Xiao as Xiao Longbao.
That is so rude. Saying that, knowing the amount of disrespect. Our first question for Xiao is he the shortest male character in the game so far?
Yes. I feel like he's a short king. He didn't drink enough character.
I prefer the term manlet. Yes, he is. He is the shortest man in the game. He is shorter than even the most youngest male characters in this game, by the way. By virtue of like character, the youngest would be Bennett, and Bennett is still like considerably taller than him.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he's just a little guy. He's a little dude. Considering that Adepti, like most Adepti, aren't human. Some of them can like kind of assume a human form. What is Xiao's original form?
I feel like a wolf or a dog.
Are you saying that because you like wolves or dogs?
No, I feel like there's something about like the way his hair is drawn that reminds me of wolf fur.
That's incorrect. Xiao is a bird.
Is he a cat? Oh, I did not get that.
He's a golden pung, a gigantic bird from Chinese myth that transformed from an equally gigantic fish. It's symbolic. Trust me. Anyway, also look at his fucking constellation. So, knowing what you know about Xiao now, does he eat snow?
Well, if he's a bird, maybe, yes.
He does.
Why does he eat snow?
Okay, this is gonna get a little depressing, but you know when I said that whole thing about him being a golden punk is like symbolic? That's sort of literal. Like when he first met Zhongli or like Morax during a time of the Archon War, he was a completely different person in that he used to be kind of a demon. He used to eat people's dreams.
Eat people's dreams?
Yes, he used to eat people's dreams. Not even the bad ones. He ate like the good ones. He used to like eating dreams, and he was working under a different master back then, who was kind of a slave driver. I'm not gonna lie. And then Zhongli set him free and gave him a new name, Xiao.
Oh.
So during that time under his weird master, he wasn't getting fed properly.
No!
Yeah. And one of the only things he used to eat was snow.
No, that is so sad.
Yeah, because apart from dreams, like he doesn't really like human food. So do you want to null the incorrect answer you got?
I'll try.
Okay. Knowing what you know about Xiao now, is he a picky eater?
No.
Yes, he is.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So
it's snow or nothing.
It's snow or two other things actually. There's an event mini game where you get to feed characters. I think I've shown you like some voice lines.
Ew. Oh, I'm just a slow eater.
Xiao only eats two things that will not give you that ew answer: almond tofu or grilled tigerfish. Almond tofu, he has said that he likes it because of the texture. It reminds him of when he used to eat dreams.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the same texture of a dream. So it makes him a little nostalgic. He's kind of... I did tell you he was the emo guy of Liyue.
He's a bit weird.
Yeah, he's a weird little guy.
He's a bit weird, but I respect that.
He's a weird little guy. He's friends with Venti.
You know what? I can't blame him. He's been alive for thousands of years. It's fine.
He's not even the oldest. He's just kind of weird like that. The other thing he eats is grilled tigerfish, which is part of his story quest is involved with another Yaksha who already passed, but you got to interact with him, named Pervasis. And Pervasis used to really like when humans offered up grilled tigerfish for him. So, from time to time, just to kind of eulogize his friend, he would eat grilled tigerfish. Oh. Yeah. So he's kind of a picky eater. It's almond tofu, grilled tigerfish, or nothing.
Or snow.
Or snow, yes. This is a voice line from Xiao if you, like, go to Dragonspine, which is, like, the only snow mountain in this game so far. He will just go,
once the snow is thick enough, we can eat it.
Look, King, I have food, okay? You don't have to go through that.
You would go insane for a snow cone.
I love this short, by the way.
Let me get it clear.
Master Jean is a bitch.